So, family, back with another download. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Listen to this, adjust your altitude. Okay, something I shared on my Sunday night live on TikTok last night, and I thought it'd be beneficial to share today for the download that I received from Holy Spirit. When you are ascending, you're growing spiritually, you're going into higher spiritual dimensions. Okay, you're going to need to make sure you're consistently adjusting your altitude. I gave the example last night of how eagles do not kill their prey on the ground. They take them up into the higher altitude, and literally their lung capacity is not able to stand the high altitude. So they actually die by taking them up higher. You understand? It chokes them out. The eagle is fine because that high altitude is the residence of the eagle. Okay? And so when you understand that where your residence is the place where eagles and airplanes reside, all right, in those higher altitudes, you will be better able to adjust your altitude when you feel it lowering. The goal is not to lower your altitude to accommodate those that are around you. All right. It is to continue to stay in the higher altitude, in the higher spiritual dimensions. What is in the higher spiritual dimension? You have less offense. Okay. In the higher spiritual dimensions, you have more divine clarity. You have more peace. There's more trusting in those higher spiritual dimensions because you're realizing you are not governing situations. All right. You're being spirit led into everything that you do, every connection that you have, every business opportunity, everything, every relationship. You're being led by the Spirit. It's an ebb and flow because your union with Holy Spirit begins to magnify, that voice of the Spirit begins to magnify the higher that you go. So it is important that as you are going up, that you, and I said this as well on last night, you're not helping people by giving them your knowledge. All right, the way you help them is by teaching them up. All right, you don't enable them to help them to go up by just giving it to them. You teach them how to go up. When I am sharing my downloads, it is not to give you answers. Those answers are going to come from your own journey. My goal is to share with you my experience. All right. As I'm sharing with you my experience and I'm sharing with you what Holy Spirit has given me, then in turn, you take that knowledge and you tap in to see what Holy Spirit is sharing with you. And that collective knowledge helps your growth. All right. Because you're pulling from all of those that are on a spiritual journey. All right. Those that you really resonate with. When you resonate with somebody, it means something they're saying is familiar to you. All right. Nobody's here to give anybody answers. Now, let me tell you what happens when you are constantly dependent on another person giving you answers. Then you will not grow at the rate that you would if you would tap into Holy Spirit yourself. All right. If you're constantly waiting for someone else to do it for you and you're not willing to do the inner work, you can't expect to get to the higher dimensions. All right. Ascension happens within you when you put in the work. Okay. When you put in the healing time. And healing work is messy work anyway. It's not an easy work, but it is a worthy work. It is a work that is doable. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Anytime I'm sitting with Holy Spirit and something is pointed out to me about me, I immediately begin to work on that. I immediately begin to uproot it, okay, by redirecting and revamping the belief system that is attached to that thought process. That's where healing occurs. All right. And you will find, and I've said it many times on my videos, you will find that when you're doing healing work, spiritual work, ascension work, all right, it begins to affect your natural body. All right, your appetite changes. You begin to crave more live foods. Okay, you begin to drink more water. You begin to get healthy all the way around because your divine clarity has opened up. More light has entered in. And when the light comes, you want to maintain the light. But it is not our job to be a drain or to be drained by those that refuse to do the work. And it doesn't mean you're judging them. It means that when they show up, and I shared this with someone on yesterday, when people show up in your life, it is not for you to start fixing them. Just because they share something with you doesn't mean you have to give them a solution for their problem. All right? Sometimes you just need to listen because they may not be ready for the solution. Have you tapped in to see if they're ready for a solution or open to a solution? All right? If you teach people that all they have to do is show up and tell and talk about a problem and you're going to give them a solution, you're enabling them. You're enabling them. All right. They can actually find that solution on their own. And when they find that solution and they're sharing, when you share something, it's only confirmation to what they've already received. They're not coming to you like you are the spirit. All right. Your most important relationship is your relationship with Holy Spirit, and everything else is on the outside of that. That's your relationship with people, your relationship with religion, your relationship with everything else, family, friends, okay? It's on the outside of that. So when Holy Spirit is the source of all things, the source of all knowledge, the source of all wisdom, you tap into that first. And then you learn how not to be all things to all people. We were not designed to be that way. All right. We were just designed to be a collective of individuals that are growing with each other, that are constantly evolving. That's where you get your tribe from. Because as you go higher, you begin to draw people towards you that are going higher as well. And you're there to help each other evolve. You're not there to give each other answers. All right. Don't get dependent on other people giving you answers, or you will open the door for emotional and psychological manipulation. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next download. Toodles.